Good evening, my people. It's that time of the week again. Welcome to Tech Today right here on MX24. My name is Eddie Kumsin, your regular host. And you know how we do it. It's that time of the week where we bring you everything that's happening in the world of tech. This week, it's actually that time of the year where a lot is happening in the world of tech, right? There's a lot of releases and leaks and everything, you know, from summertime all the way to the end of the year. Today is all about the iPhone 13 and the new lineup of Apple products that have been released. It's received mixed reactions and everything. But before we delve into the conversation, I have two very fine gentlemen with me today. I'm going to introduce them to you later, but we'll just go for our tech headlines for this week. They are very, very interesting stuff. Twitter is trying to test emoji reactions just the way Facebook introduced some years back. So now you're not just going to like and retweet, you can actually respond to tweets with emojis. And then Google Pixel are also lining up their foldable device and many other topics that I've rounded up for you in this week's tech headline for the week. Let's just go for it and we'll be right back.
Light it up like. Light it up like. Light it up, light it up, light it up like. Light it up like. Light it up, light it up, light it up like. Got the fire in the flame. Burn it up on the street.
Hey Facebook, start video.
Now it's my time and I'm making it.
Hey, can I take a photo?
Sure. One thing that really stands out for me, and one thing that I would want us to really pay attention to today, is the release of the new iOS. That's the iOS 15. I mean, I updated my phone, I think on Tuesday last week. Yeah, I think I had the iOS 14.8, and I was really looking forward. I thought it was the iOS 15, but it's going to come out on the 20th of September when the sales for the new iPhone 13 lineup actually go up. But today I'm not doing this alone. I have two of the finest tech guys in Ghana with me. Today it's like you guys are twinning with your names. Have you paid attention? So there is Delpy and there is Desi. So just chook yourselves. Who is who? So I'll start from you.
I'm Desi.
Yeah.
I'm a tech reviewer.
Tech reviewer, okay.
Content creator.
Yeah. So how long have you been in the business?
I've been for like 4 years now.
How has it been for you? Like
so far, so good. Like
reviewing, working with brands.
Yes.
Do you get the gadgets yourself, or sometimes you get brands that actually bring in their stuff to you?
Sometimes I get the gadgets myself.
Okay.
Sometimes they give it to me.
Isn't it hectic, like going for the?
Well, yes, it's quite hectic. But
that support
yes.
is not really there. Delpy has been here a couple of times. He's a co-show owner and a co-host. I just want us to take it first from the iOS 15. I've seen a couple of features, and one thing, it seems small, but one thing that I really like is the fact that you can actually, when you're setting your alarm, instead of scrolling and looking for the time, it used to be one of the most annoying things for me on experiencing iOS, but now you can actually just type in. And I think Android has been leading with this
for a long time.
Since you know, he's an Android fanboy, so he knows what I'm talking about. So what are some of the standout features for you when it comes to the iOS 15?
For me, it's SharePlay.
Okay.
It's a feature that allows you to watch videos with your friends when you're on FaceTime calls.
FaceTime, yeah.
And so it's something that
I feel like it's an extremely brilliant
Brilliant idea,
innovation
yes.
because even in Netflix, Apple Music, you can
share.
you can just share your audio and everything. Are you able to share screen as well?
yes, the whole screen.
The whole screen for
if
them
you
to
want-
actually see on
If you want to
FaceTime.
show someone something, how to do something on the phone,
Yeah.
you can just show it to them and they see how it's done.
So there'll be Android. Now you have FaceTime. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I mean, amongst all the features we have on the iOS 15
Yeah.
updates I'll be rolling
Yeah.
out on the 20th of September, I believe that is my only preferred feature.
Yeah.
To be able to have the accessibility for FaceTime,
FaceTime, yeah.
on Android, not only on Android, but even on your Windows PC
Yeah,
as well. So,
yeah. But don't you think Apple might over time lose their exclusivity because there was the iMessage FaceTime thing that's sort of makes them stand out, you know, because you have your Google Hangout, you have Signal, you have WhatsApp, you have everything everywhere. But then FaceTime, iMessage was exclusive to Apple iOS.
I don't really think so, but I think instead they are trying to capture the Android guys to the iOS
to the
ecosystem, yes.
okay.
Because they are giving you a taste of how it looks like to
Yeah.
be on iOS. So
Yeah.
instead of trying to drag you,
Mm-hmm.
trying to drag them into the trying to drag them into the Android ecosystem,
Yeah.
they are trying to pull you out of the Android ecosystem to experience
to
how
kind
it
of
feels like.
experience
That's why they're
how
just
iOS,
giving you
okay.
a touch of how
You
it
think
feels
you think
like
there's
to
going
be
to be
on
more of it? Like maybe they might bring iMessage later.
I don't know about Apple, but I think so. I don't
It
think
might-
it's
it
a
might-
thing that might happen because
Yeah.
that's one thing that makes iOS iOS.
The
iMessage,
iMessage
yes.
itself.
iMessaging
Yeah.
is what makes iOS iMessage and iOS. Because
Yeah.
other than that, Apple is just Apple.
You know he says this a lot every time. Do you agree with him?
No,
though?
no, I don't
You don't.
agree.
You don't agree with him.
Something like the FaceTime feature.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive to Android users. They can't create a call.
Yeah.
So they need an iPhone to create a
Yeah.
call. So an iPhone user has to create a call for them to join.
Is it like a Zoom link inviting you
inviting
to come in?
join.
Yeah.
So I don't think iMessage will actually come to
You're still on
Android.
the bench.
I don't think they actually
Yeah.
bring it to Android.
But they are using it to brag already because
Oh,
I've seen a few tweets here and there. I've seen people already trying to experiment and experience it. So now let's go into our main discussion for today. That's for the iPhone 13 lineup. As usual, they have I actually thought they were going to phase out the mini version because when I was following them before the announcement, they didn't really make good sales with the mini. So I thought they were going to phase it out. But they have the mini, they have the iPhone 13 itself, they have the Pro, and then they have the Pro Max. What do you think of the? I think the mini. I don't personally. I don't see the use for the mini because it's like a calculator sort of thing. You know, it's too small, the size and everything. I like big screens, you know, because of the whole Netflix and then enjoying YouTube stuff on your screens. But what do you think about this new lineup as compared to the iPhone 12?
I don't think much has changed, but I believe the changes mean something.
Yeah.
So something like the cameras.
Yeah.
We get an improved camera.
Yeah.
To get a camera that has 3 lenses that supports night mode
Yeah.
is something that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I believe that if people purchase this device, they'll actually be happy with it.
Yeah.
You get, what do you call it, 120 Hz refresh rate.
Yeah.
Something.
It was something I was waiting for,
you were waiting
actually.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I think they're going the right direction.
Yeah.
But on a slower pace. So
Is it deliberate for them? Because even the 120 Hz, I know it affects your battery life to some extent. So eventually you would have to go back to 60 if you want to preserve your battery, unless you just want to charge your phone every 2 hours or something. And do you think they are gradually getting pressured by the market? Because it's like Samsung came out with the S20, S21, and they have 120 Hz. It's like, oh, Apple, you are late. Yes. You have to. Do you think the market is kind of, the consumers are now deciding what the manufacturers put in their device?
yes, I feel Apple didn't used to be pressured.
Yeah.
They were in a league on their own.
Yeah.
Apple never used to do arts. For the first time in my life, I saw Apple doing arts on Twitter.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? That means they're listening to
Something
what people
is
are saying.
happening,
Yes,
yeah,
they're listening to
yeah.
what people are saying and they're applying it. They're scared that they might lose
might
their
lose them, yeah.
exclusivity.
Yeah. So, Doc, what do you think about the new lineup of the iPhone 13 series?
So you made mention of the mini not being something you think was really necessary.
Yeah.
But then I think there are people who prefer smaller phones.
Okay.
There's quite a handful or more than a handful
Yeah.
of people who would want to have a small phone with, that good experience.
Yeah.
Because, apart from the fact that it has a smaller size, you're still going to get the same experience you get on the iOS, on the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
But then my main problem here is, we've had 120 Hz display for years.
For
now.
years, yeah.
It has been so long.
Yeah.
We've had bezel-less displays. But unfortunately, they are now trying to turn it down to just reducing the
A
size of the
smaller
notch
notch, yeah.
and
yeah.
all that. I mean,
I think they don't want to lose it because they feel like the notch is
Their
what
trademark or
Yeah,
something,
sort
I
of like
believe
when
it
you
is.
see the new iPhones,
Yeah.
you know, as you can distinguish that from the
Yeah, if
8,
you
6, 7, yeah. But
I mean, if there's an iPhone, the main distinction is either the camera design or the notch.
The
So,
notch,
of course,
yeah.
that could probably be something of a trademark for them.
Yeah.
But come on, Apple. I mean,
they've reduced,
yeah,
they've reduced.
just reduce the notch size.
No, one thing that I really also like is the fact that they've scrapped the 64 GB. We were struggling. Because your system takes 16 GB of that 64 GB, and then your apps, your Snapchats, and the moment you download the app, after a week, your 500 megabytes, you're going to 1 GB. And Apple Music streaming takes a lot of data. If you pay attention to the new audio qualities that they've brought, that's the lossless, and if you want Dolby Atmos, Dolby Atmos it's huge. And your mobile data as well. So the 64 GB was probably becoming a problem. Do you think that's what made them make that informed decision? Like, you know what, our files are getting huge. They are getting bigger and bigger. So let's just phase out the 64 GB and just start from 128 for the iPhone 13 mini and 13. And then the Pro and the Pro Max now, you even have as much as 1 TB. What do you think this is really moving to? Because I think Samsung has that. You can, with expandable memory up to 1 TB, right?
I think there's even a Samsung device with 1 terabyte.
Yeah,
storage, right?
yeah. So, as you said, Apple is catching up, but slowly. Do you think this is going to work for them? Like,
Yeah, it will work because 64 gig.
Yeah.
I don't think we're actually buying it that
yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah.
If you're someone who takes pictures, takes videos,
So they just start from the 128.
simple. That's a better way than going back
Yeah.
to 64. So, yeah.
It seems like it's not a problem for the Android users because
used to
yeah,
it.
because the least memory you could sometimes 512, you know, even internal memory you have 512 and like you have all your movies and stuff. Now that we are watching movies on our phones and everything. So for an Android user, I know you are full of banter today, so just let's have it. Let's have the banter that you have for Apple users today. I'm sure they're out there watching you.
Sorry. Of course, 1 terabyte has been a thing on Android for
Yeah.
some time. My main problem here is with fast charging, 1,
Yeah.
the screen real estate, 2, and then the fact that the design is something that is still retro. I mean, it's something that, you know, I'm not the one manufacturing the devices though, but I mean, come on. You have to do something the market wants. And of course, my friend here says Apple doesn't need to be pressured to follow the trends because, I mean, Apple is Apple. They can just do anything, slap an Apple logo on it, and then they can go out there and then start selling it, and people will buy. Of course, it's a thing, but come on, they should at least try and listen to their consumers a bit. The fact is that consumers are not even complaining about anything in general. I mean, all they care about is there's a new Apple iPhone in town, and they are capable of using it for their normal iMessage, their normal FaceTime calls, and all these exclusive things they have on the Apple
Yeah.
device, and they're good to go. So
Making more informed decisions with what he just said. I think Apple sells more like a lifestyle to you than the device itself. People just feel valued or they feel respected when they move into a meeting with a new iPhone 13, just put it on the desk. You know, that's like a statement phone for you. I think that's what that's what drives some people to go and buy the new iPhone, do everything they can. Do you think Apple sells more? That's what I believe in, that Apple sells more of a lifestyle to you than, because an Android user can customize their phones, whatever they want. If you paid attention, they didn't even mention the widgets, but they made noise about it when they first came with the iOS 14, you know. Do you think Apple sells more of a lifestyle? I believe you're an Apple user and you actually love Apple, but for you, what drives you to go and buy the new? Is it the tech? As a tech person, is it the lifestyle? Is it the phones? Is it the design, the camera? Or what actually drives your purchase intent for every new Apple product?
For me, it's the experience.
Okay.
For apps run better on iOS devices than they
Yeah.
ever run on Android.
Yeah.
Because developers build one app for the iOS devices than they have to build up 100 for the Android. So that's something that I usually go into. The cameras too are actually the best, in my opinion, because the videos you shoot are very clear.
We actually need to sit and discuss this
Yes.
camera issue because
The cameras are actually the best.
yes, but I've used both. I have a Note 20 Ultra and I have this 11 Pro Max. Okay, when I use, you know, what I love about the Android camera is the Samsung camera. Actually, let me be specific. Is the fact that it gives you that Pro settings where you can adjust your focus, your ISO, everything. And I've actually known people who are using Samsung to do like professional photography now, and people are using their iPhones, travel bloggers, food bloggers. When I sit down and actually pay the attention, it's extremely debatable to see that our iPhone cameras are like the best. I feel like people haven't really sat down to explore their Samsung cameras properly. You know,
But that's the point. Apple does not need to show you that do this setting, do that setting.
Yeah.
Point and shoot. It's good.
yeah, for
Android,
you. It's easier for
it's
you,
easier
more
for you,
convenient.
and that's what most people use.
Yeah.
No one actually wants to sit down and edit and change
Yeah.
settings. So I think that's something that people usually look into. when
Yeah.
taking
Speaking of the
iPhone.
camera, one thing that stands out for me is the whole cinematic thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but you don't have to adjust your focus, and you just point, as you say, point and shoot. You just being able to shoot in ProRes is a huge leap. It's a very, very huge leap. Let me come to the Android one. Do you think this is where Apple is going to try and win people over? Like the fact that filmmakers can now just pick their iPhones and just go on set and shoot, because Samsung came up with their 8K.
I think
You know?
I think it was a balance. I mean, I think it was a thing to try and outwit
Yeah.
Android, which is Samsung,
Yeah, with
specifically
the
with
8K,
thing. Yeah. So of course, ProRes is a good thing to have on a smartphone now. You don't basically need a DSLR to shoot high definition videos now. If you have ProRes on your smartphone, I mean, you can just set it up with your gear and you're good to go in shooting very clear and crisp videos. So I mean, I'm not hating on the cameras on an iOS device. I love them so much, but then they can do better. Again,
Do you agree? Do you agree with?
I don't agree.
You don't agree? Yeah. So I just really want to, like, as an Apple person, right? I just really want to know where you think this is going, and we all know where they started from. Even when they changed the whole camera setup with the 11 to the 12 to the 13. I personally didn't buy the 12 because I had a Pro Max, 11 Pro Max, and when I actually compared, I wasn't wild enough to go for the 12. I decided, okay, let me just wait for the 13. And now if you take the 12, I actually went on their website and I was comparing the 12 with the 13 with the Pro Max and the Pro Max side by side. And some of the specs, the only thing you see is new 4D core, new, which means it's basically the same. Do you think this is something that people are beginning to pay attention to? Because I saw a couple of tweets like the only thing you see is the grammar in describing the thing, but do you think it's enough to support, like, for example, the ProRes, being able to film in ProRes? I feel like this particular device was made more for content creators, for people who film on a daily, because of the whole storage increase and everything. So for you, what will inform you to go and get this particular iPhone 13?
For the storage.
The storage for
The
you.
storage, up to 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
It's something that I shoot videos on a daily basis.
Okay.
So my phone gets full up quickly.
Quickly, yeah.
So that's something I'll actually go for.
The Android man wouldn't agree because
You wouldn't agree, yes. Of course.
I mean, I wouldn't go in for an iPhone unless someone is buying it for me.
yeah.
But if
I think Desi is going to let you have the experience because
Okay.
he wants it.
But then if I should go in for the iPhone 13, then one, it will be because I want to try out that cinematic mode
Yeah,
specifically, and the fact that I could have a lot more to learn for an iOS device with these new things that are claiming to be new when it's not new, like adaptive refresh rates. And they're saying from 0 to 120 hertz. And it's adaptive. It's actually adaptive. You don't have to toggle it in a setting. So it depends on what you're doing. That is when it happens. I mean, we have Android phones doing that already,
Yeah.
but I would really like to look at how it looks like on an iOS device. And also, one other thing is the fact that I can actually have an iPhone.
Yeah. Would you recommend the new iPhone or an iPhone for someone who is a gamer?
Yes.
Would you recommend for
Yes.
them? Is it because of the new 120 Hz?
Not even because of that.
Okay.
My experience playing games on it is smoother.
Okay.
It's much more smoother than playing on Android devices.
So let's take
Something
a game like PUBG,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you recommend that for
Yes.
a person who is into iPhones?
Yes.
Yeah.
I recommend that one to the person.
Is it because of how it moves? Because gaming on an Android like the Note 20 Ultra is incredibly amazing, and that's why I want to, because I haven't really experienced gaming on my iPhone. That's why I'm asking to get it from your perspective, that would you recommend? Because it's something that it's actually really growing. You know, people just use it to while away time when they are at work, when they are in traffic. And so, as an Apple user, someone who who really understands how the product works, would you recommend it for a gamer, someone who is like a top gamer, like more into mobile gaming? You know, that's why I'm actually asking this, and maybe why you would like to recommend an iPhone to them when it comes to gaming.
Yes. So like I said before,
Yeah.
apps that run on Android and iOS run better than Android.
Yeah.
Even the developers themselves say the same thing. If you're going to gaming and you're playing a game like Call of Duty, since it's been built better on iOS, it will run better on iOS than it run on Android. And iOS phones don't get heat up very easily when you're playing games. Heat control is controlled, so you'll be able to play well and move better, kill faster than on most Android phones.
Is there a lag?
question.
Is there a lag on your Android phone when you are playing such a like Call of Duty? Do you get a bit of a lag?
Yeah, there's heating up problems.
Heating up
sometimes.
problems. So, but that's some phones that run on
Yeah,
Android.
some phones that
Some
run
phones,
on
that's
Android.
Phones, yeah.
Yes, some phones that run on Android. But more specifically, I want to build up on
Yeah.
something. I have a friend who uses an iPhone 11 Pro Max now, and he's having battery issues because of gaming. There's this battery health thing they associate with iOS devices, and once they start gaming, it tends to depreciate very fast or very quickly. So that's one problem I think they might have on iOS.
Yeah.
And he's right. Optimization is really good on iOS devices because they build their own things from scratch. I mean, apart from the camera parts where they might go to Sony to patch it up for them, but then they build their own things from scratch.
Yeah.
Their chipsets is their own stuff, so they do their best to make it very optimizable
Yeah.
for other for stuff like app running and all that. So I commend them for that a lot. That is very, very, very good. That is something Android has not yet achieved. But then we are waiting for the Pixel 6 again, like I said,
Coming.
with the
We'll
10
be right here. We'll be back here to come and discuss the
with
Pixel
the
6.
tensor chip to see how
Yeah.
well it performs. Because I mean, I'm not shaming anybody, but Samsung really disappointed us a bit with the
Yeah.
Exynos
Yeah,
chips. So
Exynos.
of course, the A15 Bionic is exceptional, and I mean, kudos to Apple.
But do
for
you
that.
think Snapdragon can kind of
Oh, of course, there's Snapdragon
ma-
chipsets that outwit or overtake the Apple Bionic chipsets
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Like the 888 Plus, but that one even had some heating up issues and
Yeah.
stuff. But then
So does that
the
come,
800
does that
series is
come
better.
down to the manufacturers of specific Android phones to intensify their cooling systems?
Exactly.
So because with I think the Note 10, I think that's when Samsung started stepping up on their cooling systems inside. It's something I actually tried,
Yeah.
and I realized that it had been improved. The heating on the S9, S10 wasn't the same on the S20, and then the Note from Note 10 Apple. So I think it's something that the other Infinix and the Huawei's, I would actually love to use a Xiaomi sometime because I've been hearing a lot of hype about
You
it.
should try
And
it.
it's something I would like to try because apparently it's a very great device. But still on I want us to touch a bit on the whole ecosystem with your Apple Watch, with your AirPods. Now they have the AirTag. Samsung have their Smart Tag. I feel like other Android manufacturers are not really moving at a fast pace to catch up with this ecosystem because, as he said, he will go for it for the experience. For me, I would also go for it for the experience. Because it's nice when you take hand off. For example, you are browsing on your iPhone, you drop it, you just come to your Mac, you can pick off where you were. But other Android manufacturers haven't really caught up to this yet. Do you see the ecosystem actually expanding because Google now have their Wear OS on their watches and stuff? And do you see this improving, like the whole ecosystem, to give people really like a great experience? Let's say for the next 5 years, do you see other brands catching up to this ecosystem?
Yes, if you don't catch up to something like this, you'll be left behind. So you have to move forward. And I see brands like Samsung, Huawei, Infinix even has a watch.
Yeah,
So this is something I think they're moving in that direction towards.
coming. But do you think they are talking about it enough?
No,
Yeah,
not really.
it's one thing
more
that
on a quiet
on a quiet. Now let's talk about the price, and that's the final thing. So the iPhone, it starts from $399. I just want to touch on the Pro and the Pro Max because I believe that's what people are going to go for a lot. And the Pro is $999, and then the Pro Max is $1,099. Do you think it's the price is actually great? For me, it's great. But going to buy in your Ghana city, by the time it gets here, cost $1,099 should be like, well, let's say 6,000. But you probably buy it for like 9,000 or 10,000. Do you think it's advisable to probably buy there, give to a friend to bring to you, or what do you think about the pricing? in general.
If you are not in a rush to
Yeah.
buy the phone,
Yeah.
you can wait till the price comes to normal.
Drops. Okay.
If you're in a rush,
That's right here in Ghana.
Right here,
Yeah.
Ghana. If you're in a rush, you can make someone buy it for you
Yeah.
and bring it down.
Bring it. Delphi is going to get one. I
yes,
would like to believe and keep my fingers crossed that he's finally going to experience.
I really admire this propaganda, but okay.
Or it's a hard pass for you.
I mean, the experience will be nice. So why
It would
not?
be nice, but it's not something you would go for personally.
No. I mean, there's a Note 20 Ultra. There's
Yeah.
a Mi 11.
I know that's your
Ultra.
dream phone.
There is
Yeah.
There is the S21 Ultra. There are a lot of
Options for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I really enjoyed this conversation. The new iPhone 13 goes on the market on the 20th of September together with the iOS 15. For me, that's what I really, really want to experience. Even if you are on the previous versions of the iPhones, I believe it starts on the 6S. 6S is a very powerful phone because it's been in it from 2016 or something, and you still get the latest updates. It's incredible. But speaking of which, let's go for our app for the weekend. We'll be right back. So you can get this app on the Google Play Store and then also on the Apple App Store. But one thing that's really exciting me this year is the release of the Harmony OS that's on Huawei. And I think Pixel is going to get some incredible stuff for us. And then Samsung have their One UI, I think 4.0, right? That's coming with Android 12, which I'm also really looking forward to. Guys, I've really enjoyed this. And before we go, we have one final thing. That's our tech tip for the week. So we'll just go for that and we'll be right back.
Hey Siri.
There's a problem with the Wi-Fi. For more info, take a look in the Home app.
Okay, so if you find yourself in a new location or you just want to switch the Wi-Fi network for your HomePod, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. Head to your search bar, open your Home app. Make sure your phone is connected to the new Wi-Fi you want to switch to. Head back to the HomePod. You should see these notifications. Open it up. Scroll up. You find the options that says move HomePod to, in my case, Galaxy S21 Plus. That is it.
Hey Siri,
You're done.
what's the weather gonna be like?
It's currently partly cloudy and 30 degrees. Expect cloudy skies starting tonight. Temperatures are heading down from 30 degrees to 27 tonight.
Alright, so for more how-to videos, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys. So all too soon, we come to the end of another exciting episode. My name is Eddie Kumsin, and this has been Tech Today. I'll catch you same time right here on MX24. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at MX24GH, and then with the hashtag for this particular show, Tech Today. My name is Eddie Kumsin. As I said, you can find me on all social media platforms at Eddie Kumsin, Thank you, and see you next week. Good night.